Hello, UTU Trust Guardians, and welcome to the March 2021 edition of the UTU Update. I'm Mike, your Chief Commercial Officer, and as usual, I'm here with our CEO, Jason. What's up, Jason? And our CTO, Bastian. How you doing, Bastian?
Hi.
So, as usual, we're going to talk about everything that's happened at UTU in the last month. We have got a ton to go over today, so we are going to skip the pleasantries and the small talk that we usually do and jump right into product updates. And of course, the big news is the launch of the first version of our Trust API. Bastian, you are looking a little bit tired for good reason, because you and the team has been cranking on the product, working so hard on this. Congratulations. So please give us the lowdown on where the product stands and everything it can do. Take it away, Bastian.
Thanks. Yes, indeed. Had been quite some intense days, but we are very happy to have this MVP for the core product out now, API and SDK, and to remind everybody that enables our clients, which are generally marketplace or e-commerce platforms, to give their options, to let their users very easily see UTU's feedback and recommendations, and to integrate that very easily. So for example, if you have a platform for offering auto mechanics and the user can choose among some of them, then you might have some screen where you have a list of these offers, maybe with pictures and descriptions. And the developer of that platform can now just import basically our SDK library, say something like UTU recommendation element here, using what is called web components. And yeah, that will basically show feedback, preferably from people that the user is socially connected to. And on that screen, basically a summary, but then you can click on it and to show some feedback details, which include badges, videos, text reviews, and star ratings. Okay, right now we didn't actually activate the video functionality because there's still some things to solve, but that will come very soon. And yeah, and the same is then true for getting feedback in the app. So the client app developer can just say, okay, let the client give feedback here, and using also such a web component tag. And then when the user clicks on that, then the UTU SDK renders a nice feedback form. And yeah, and basically the client developers don't have to add anything else. Okay, that's not quite true. There's also some authentication that needs to be done, of course, but generally it's very easy. So yeah, we hope that very flexible and easy to use mechanism is really nice to use by our client apps. And looking very forward to get feedback on that, and to our first clients to integrate it. We've also got some working demo apps included. So for example, Angular, React, Vue.js, and plain HTML and JavaScript, just to show how easy it is.
Very cool. Jason, thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, this is just one of the most exciting moments in our entire journey to date. You can say it goes back all the way to 2013 when we started Maramoja and realized that the core problem here was actually about trust. And what began as this small feature to provide better trust in transport here in Nairobi has transformed over the years into this global infrastructure ready to become the trust layer of the internet. We already have the pretty huge pipeline of clients for integration, some of which we've announced, and there's plenty more that we haven't announced yet, but we've been working quietly in the background with, but we'll announce at some point. The core challenges for us have been around adapting what we originally built for the mobility sector here to serve all our target sectors all over the world. This requires understanding of context factors that affect each sector. And this is something that we wouldn't have been able to learn without the close collaboration of so many of our pilot partners and clients, for which we're really, really grateful. We still have a long road ahead to continue deepening and broadening our intelligence and continually making it easier to integrate and more joyful for end users to interact with. So we're excited. We're really excited to expand our pipeline all over the world now that the API is live. The current API and Web SDK are pretty well suited actually for almost any two-sided marketplace or platform for products or services. Generally speaking, we've always thought about trust as the key corollary to risk. So the more risk I feel, the more trust I want. So we've really focused our efforts on making UTU's trust infrastructure particularly powerful for transactions that expose our health, our family, our home, our assets, or our businesses to risk, as these are generally the things that we feel the most risk about. So if you're running a platform or digital marketplace that involves any of these areas, exposing them to risk for your users, definitely head over to our website, utu.io, and click on for business and check out the talk to us button. Set up a call with our team. We really want to talk to you.
Yeah, I mean, this is huge. Obviously, I haven't been part of the team as long as you have. You two have being co-founders going all the way back to 2013, like you said, Jason. So, I'm super pumped. I can't imagine how you guys feel about getting the first version of this product out in the wild, and Bastian, maybe you getting a little bit of sleep. But again, I feel amazing. I know the
no sleep.
Excited.
Yeah, totally. I will definitely get some sleep, particularly over Easter. Anyway, so happy because this has been such a long time coming, as you mentioned. I mean, first developing this idea in the taxi app, but then getting this to this generally usable release. And I'm just so happy that it's finally out there and that other clients can start integrating and using it. And I'm really looking forward to the feedback because we have talked to a lot of clients already to figure out what this product should be like, but of course having it actually out there and actually used, that will lead to we will see how users actually engage with it and what really needs to be improved and added and stuff. So I'm definitely looking very forward to start iterating on it.
Definitely. Congrats to everyone on the UTU team for the launch. I will include a link to the launch blog post in the video notes, and we'll definitely release more information. Like Bastian said, we've got demos, demo apps and videos around that, and a lot more documentation and much more, so stay tuned. So Jason mentioned the website before. So in preparation for the product launch, we did launch a newly redesigned website. You can check it out at utu.io. We believe the new site just much better explains everything about what UTU is now, what it's going to be in the future, and addresses a lot of our different audiences, like our B2B customers, investors, community members, and anyone looking to learn more. And I think it looks awesome too. Big props to Hakeem, our designer, who designed and built the site. Guys, what do you think of the new website design?
Yeah, I really love it. And I'm super grateful for you, Mike, for really drilling down on the content and putting our mission and work into such digestible terms. And like you say, to Hakeem, who did a great job telling the visual story. And I'm also pretty excited about the next version. Of course, I'm always looking at the future, V2 of the website, which is going to have some really cool interactive features that I'm pretty keen for. But I won't say more now because I'll get in trouble.
Well, I also think it looks great, and I also think it makes a much better job of explaining what UTU is really all about. That has a bit of an issue because it's not always very easy to see for people. But I'm also happy about integrating the centralized and decentralized sites more now, because previously they have been more separate, and now they're better linked on the website, and they're really just two sides of the same UTU coin. Please excuse the pun, or maybe not.
Awesome. Thanks for the kind words. Again, please check out the site at utu.io. Let us know what you think. All right, let's move on to partnerships. First up, we partnered with Cardia Chain. Jason, why don't you talk about this one?
Yeah, for sure. We've partnered with Cardia Chain to integrate our trust infrastructure into their ecosystem, which is super, super cool. We're going to work with them on a number of initiatives. So we're going to be integrating our Trust API so that developers building on Cardia Chain can identify the trustworthiness of users and entities in their dApps. We're going to incorporate UTU's trust and credit scoring technology into DeFi and traditional Fi lending apps built on Cardia Chain. And then we're also exploring cross-chain interoperability initiatives. So there's quite a bit of stuff to look forward to there.
Yeah, definitely lots of ways. They've got a very robust ecosystem and building out a lot of different use cases for their blockchain. So we're going to work together on a lot of those initiatives. So we will post the link to that announcement blog post in the video notes so you can read more. Next up, we also partnered with Hypermine. Jason, why don't you keep rolling with this one and tell us about it?
Yeah, for sure. So we partnered with Hypermine again to integrate our Trust API into their decentralized ID protocol, Hypersign. So our Trust API is going to analyze the activity of Hypersign users, such as website logins, purchases, and more, and uses that to basically allow other users and providers to make better decisions on whether to verify and engage with these entities. And, it's always nice when we're able to find such great collaborations with someone that you could call our cousin. So Hypermine, if you don't know, was also part of the Eternity Starfleet Incubator. So we won the first cohort of the Starfleet Incubator back in 2018. And these guys were in one of the following cohorts. And we got to give a big shout out here to our board member, Luca Sukic, from MetaChange Capital. He's constantly finding and facilitating amazing collaborations for us. So yeah, really excited about this one too.
Yeah, Luca's like a big nonstop ball of energy. But like going back to Hypersign, decentralized ID, I think is going to be so important. And just the start of it there, and there's a great partnership to for us to be like a layer on top of Hypersign's product to increase trust for their users. So again, we will post a link to that announcement blog post in the video notes here. Next up, the UTU team is growing. We recently hired a new head of product, Nereah Okanga. And you've both been working very closely with Nereah already. She's hit the ground running. Can you talk about what you've been focusing on with her and the role that she'll play? Bastian, why don't we start with you?
Yeah, sure. I'm really excited about Nereah, that she joined us to up our product management game. So Nereah has already started improving our processes around that and comes with tremendous experience. It's been quite challenging in the past sometimes to find the balance between keeping the product lean and simple, particularly its early versions, or what should the MVP be like, and our ambition to serve so many other apps and use cases on the other hand. So I'm really happy that she's with us now, and she's already made quite a huge impact in the few weeks she's been with us already. So she just brings great experience from fintech, company called Gopo Logistics, Lori, Banking, Barclays, and Telecoms, Safaricom. So yeah, really happy about that.
Yeah, I spoke with Nereah for a video interview to talk a little bit about her past experience and her background, her role at UTU. It was a great conversation. It's on our YouTube channel, and I will post a link to that chat in the video notes. All right, we're going to jump into the last thing that we're going to do. This is something new. So we've asked the UTU community to submit their questions so we can answer them on this video update. We had a few submissions, but just in the essence of time, we only have time to answer one question. And this comes from Luis on Telegram. Thanks for the submission, Luis. And his question is, how can UTU help Chainlink with node and data providers? So I want to kind of open it up a little more broadly to how can UTU help with oracles in general and trustworthiness of them. So Bastian, got some thoughts on this?
Yeah, sure. So decentralized oracles like Chainlink solve some of the centralized oracle problem of reliability by removing the single point of failure, basically. But at the end of the day, they still need to rely on data sources and basically off-chain services and data which can be aggregated, and you can use algorithms to identify the more trustworthy ones. But at the end of the day, it's again about trust, and our trust infrastructure is, of course, so basically, just as we can identify trustworthy service providers, we can also provide trustworthy services and data sources to use in oracles. Technical factors, but also other factors like general, quality of the data and stuff like this. And developers can use oracles and basically get endorsements via our mechanism, whether particular oracles should be trustworthy or not, or to some degree. And we can also help oracles themselves to assess the reliability on the services that they rely on and the data that they rely on, because it's most services rely on other services and data. So you can use our mechanism basically at any level there.
Yeah, very cool. I think there's, we get bucketed into the Oracle bucket because, there are some aspects of UTU that can be applied there. But so, a lot of these oracles out there kind of like are pitted against us as like our competition, but really there's many ways that we can work together and help them and vice versa. So
absolutely.
Yep. So
it's more like we help oracles in that sense.
Yeah, we can. Yeah, definitely. So, all right. That was great. Lots of information. Jason, Bastian, any closing remarks before we end the update?
Yeah, I just want to say that today is really a huge inflection point in the UTU story, and we could not be more excited about the future at this point. And I just want to take a moment to appreciate Bastian. Honestly, he's probably the best co-founder anyone could ever ask for. And the only thing more impressive than this guy's genius are his values. And they've been the foundation of UTU's DNA since the beginning. And I just want to ask the entire community to join me in thanking and congratulating him and his entire team on this pretty amazing milestone. That's a long time in the making. So thanks, Bastian. Congrats. Well done.
Oh, wow. Didn't see that coming. Thanks a lot. But yeah, I definitely have to pass it on to the team. Our devs, our own devs, also Ape Unit helped a lot. I can only hope we can get still better from here. But I also want to return the compliment. You can build this tech without providing the grand vision and connecting the world to it, or maybe the other way around, the vision to the world. All of this would use this exercise. So Jason is definitely the best co-founder in that regard.
I'm feeling.
All I can say is gird up your loins, man. We got a long road ahead. So.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Well, again, feeling a lot of love on this this chat. I love it. It's been great working with everyone, and like you said, this is it's a great milestone. There is certainly a lot of work ahead of us because of our massive vision. But I think this is something that we should absolutely be celebrating. So congrats, Jason, congrats, Bastian, congrats to the UTU team and overall our community too. We could not do it without the community support. All right, UTU Trust Guardians, that's all we have for you. Hope you enjoyed this jam-packed edition of the UTU update. Stay tuned for more about our Trust API and how we continue to develop that product, new products, new partnerships, and much more. If you like this video, please hit that like button and the subscribe button as well so you don't miss any future videos. Thanks so much, UTU Trust Guardians, and have a good one, and talk to you soon.
Thanks, everybody. Cheers.
Bye.